What was that moment of validation for you that this is something that yes, I'm good at it, and I'm also I'm going to pursue this passion?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I can't really pinpoint what that aha moment was for me or what the specific validation was. I have to admit that these companies aren't reaching out to me with my experience in racing and trying to find a sponsorship with a company. They don't always come to you unless you're some really big shot, right? So I used some of that skill to go out and find people who wanted to work with me, and there are
Wow.
way more that said no to me than said yes.
Can we dive further into that? Getting into the business side of YouTube and making money from the passion that you have. You're at 1K, a little bit over 1K subscribers now.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you.
I think the great thing about that is that you have multiple client videos, right? So can you talk about how you approach these companies to do videos for them?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me was that I was spending an inordinate amount of time on filming and editing, learning how to edit as I go. So I'm by no means fast at editing, getting faster as I go, trying to pick up something new every single time I do a video is a goal of mine. But the process of filming and editing and putting all that together needed to make sense for me on the standpoint of not only just finding joy in it for myself, and I love the whole shooting and creating and editing, all of that I love to the ends, but I really wanted to find something that would bring back to my family in some sense. So creating a video for my youngest daughter's school was something that they came to me and asked. And at that moment, I kind of went, wait a second, if the school thinks that I can do this, then I'm going to start using a couple of these short clips and shoot them off to different companies and say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ and I can give you XYZ in return. And where I started and where I still am is I'm not asking for financial feedback in return. What I'm asking for most of the time is for gear, or I'm asking for free hotel stays for vacation, or I'm asking for the opportunity to try a product and then give it away on my channel, which is something that I'm doing with Matador really soon. And so I approached them and I said, this is what I've done in the past. And I gave sort of a couple quick highlight reels, like 2 or 3 20-second reels of what I thought was really good cinematic footage, coupled to some music, and said, this is what I could do for you. You can use it anywhere you want on social media. I have the rights to the music, so you don't have to worry about finding your own music. And if you want to get in this cycle loop of creating things and we talk back and forth about how you want it to be changed or whatever, we can talk about that with some sort of incentive down the line. Otherwise, you take what I film for you and I get in return what we agree on. So that's kind of how it got the ball rolling. And that's how I've worked with all of these companies to this point, is it's been an exchange with them, either product or vacation or something that is beneficial to me and my family, and then I spend all of this time for them creating some sort of video piece that we agree on is going to be beneficial to them. So I think that's probably a much lower entry point for them than they usually get, and it's allowed me to build a portfolio before I ever even came close to having 1,000 subscribers. So it was a win-win for both of us, no doubt about it.
Man, that's some knowledge you just dropped there. So what one particular nuanced question, when you say you own the rights to the music, are you using something like Epidemic Sound or?
Yeah, it's called Artlist. So it's just like how Epidemic Sound works, but it's called Artlist. And so I use the Artlist music, and anything that has my name attached to it, I can use that music for, and they have a really large catalog. So I can find music that will fit just about any type of situation that I want. And I use that for all of my videos as well. But I use it for these corporate projects that I tie the music into it, and then they don't ever have to worry about using that music as long as they tie my name to it, which is what I want anyway, right? I want them to be saying, hey, Harvey Danger Films created this, because then somebody's going to think, hey, maybe I should talk to this guy about creating something for me, or they'll go on the computer and look up, hey, who's this Harvey Danger Films guy, and find me and follow me on YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. And your normal day job is sales, is it not?
Yeah, so I'm a senior account management for it's a food brokerage company, and I deal with natural and specialty foods.
Look at that, man. Utilize. So I find this fascinating. So to me, my skill set and what I'm garnering from day to day as a video editor and a videographer for my day job, and then I can translate that to YouTube and making videos. But in your circumstance, right from the beginning, as a businessman, the value of reaching out to different companies right off the bat and setting yourself up in a situation that can benefit not only you, not only the business, but your family as well. That's fantastic, man.
Yeah, and it's great too. I've told you before, I'm envious of what you get to do day in and day out. I mean, the knowledge that you have and that you continue to gain through your work is, I want to just bundle that up and put it into my ear because I want to have that stuff going around up here. But yeah, so I've kind of taken the back end to that. And what I try to do is find a way to work my way into that corporate scenario and learn something new every time I'm creating so that I can throw those new things, those new tricks, my bag of tricks at the corporate videos that I'm making and or my YouTube videos as well. So YouTube is a great platform for me to throw things out there and get some feedback as well as just practice my craft. I worked on some different drone things in the last couple of videos with doing some fast motion 360 stuff around objects. And I just wanted to use that and create that video to see how people would respond to that. And then also see how I could make it better with the idea that I had and throwing it in there and playing with a couple of different tricks and seeing if I could, refine it a little bit and maybe use it in a future corporate project that I'm able to pick up. So that's something that I can throw at a corporation. I've kind of got it noodled in the back of my head of who that I want to throw this at and show them that this would be a great benefit for them to use this sort of video trick that I've got up my sleeve, and we could really bring their product to the forefront with this type of video. And so, yeah, YouTube gives me a great practicing ground or launching point for some of the things that I need to teach myself and I need to practice on to get better at.
Man, that's awesome. It's so cool to hear the utilizing your skill sets and finding that way to, just like you said, when the people approached you to do that school video and then clicking in the back of your head like, oh, wait a minute, I can just use the things that I'm good at already and help that to pick up the slack on the things that I'm learning right now.
Yeah, absolutely.